So the PowerHybrid challenge is an idea that I came up with 2 years ago. It was after my Half IronMan. You know, doing a triathlon is very challenging. You learn a lot about yourself, which is good. But you know, the swimming part was not for me. So I wanted to challenge myself in a different way. And so the PowerHybrid is exactly that. It allows me to do the things that I like, which is strength training and endurance. So I mix them together. And also I might have a surgery next year that will probably take me 2 years to recover from, which is from my hip. So that's why I want to push myself before I do that surgery. So the PowerHybrid challenge is a great mix of strength training and endurance. So it has 7 activities. First one is squats, second one is deadlift, third one is bench press, fourth one is pull-ups, fifth one is overhead press, sixth one is cycling, the last one is running. It revolves around the number 42. So we have to do 42 reps for each strength training exercise, which is 6 sets, 7 reps, with a weight that is difficult to do that last rep. And then for cycling and running, we're aiming for 42 kilometers each, which is 26 miles. And so for the running part, it's a full marathon. So the first movement is squats. It's a great exercise for legs. And for me, I like to put it first because it allows my hip to get the beating first, and then I can move on to the other movements. So the second movement is deadlifts. I think it's the most complete exercise because after you finish it, you feel like your entire body has been working. And so I wanted to place it right after the squat so I can have a strong challenge afterwards. So the third movement is bench press. It's a great exercise because it completes the power part of the challenge, so we had to do it. So the fourth movement is pull-up. I think it's a great exercise because it allows you to show that you're complete athletes. You're able to pull your body up and down, and I think that's really what functional training is all about. So the fifth movement is overhead press. I think it's a great exercise to finish the strength section of the challenge with because it completes the entire body with all the movements that we've done. So the sixth one is cycling. It's a great activity if you want to get into endurance training, so we had to do it. So the last activity is running. You don't have a challenge if you don't have any running in it, so we had to put a full marathon at the end of it. So today is the day of the PowerHybrid challenge. It's gonna take us 9, 10, 11 hours. It doesn't matter. Today's about defying limits, so let's get into it. The ankle is my weakest link, so we gotta work on it. Make sure we get that mobility, otherwise you're not going anywhere. We're gonna do quarter squats. Okay, it's about to start, so the challenge is on the way. We're gonna start with squats, and let's see how that goes.
Ukitaka kweli ni ubaki hapa peke 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 uwe mpweke. Ona yule demu mimi nemupenda, ona yule demu mimi namupenda, mimi sitaki kubaki mpwekela.
It's about to get started. Let's put some weight. It's the first real set, 620. First set down, 6 more to go. Actually 5 more to go. I'm already losing my mind. Are we ready for set number 2? I think we are. You know, you can see some people are just more hungry than others. It's like 5 a.m. People are already working hard.
Same thing here for me. I could have just, took a year off like I did last year because my hip is really bothering me right now. But I had a choice. Either I could, lay down on the couch and just eat Cheetos and put the AC blasting, or I could be here right now doing a challenge for the next 9 hours. So every day you have a choice to make. You have to either be soft or you have to be courageous. Make a choice.
It's the last set of squats. I'm really happy that the hip is going well so far. And then after that, move on to deadlift. So we just have to take our time, not rush it. Even though things are going well, you have to be extremely careful when you do these challenges. You don't want to burn out too quickly. You gotta take your time. We're here for a long time, so. Job done. Moving on to deadlift. Woo! So I couldn't find 5 pounds, so we'll have to increase to 10 pounds, which means we go from 235 to 245. We have to surprise ourselves. I told you we're try to be conservative on what we do, but sometimes we have to surprise ourselves. So. We're ready for the second set. The last set of deadlifts. We gotta get all the energy. I gotta gather my chi and get that last set going. After that, we're gonna move on to bench press. It's just getting started. We have 8 more hours. 3rd exercise, bench press, 225, brand new location. Let's go. Good warm up. Now we're ready to get to the real set. Go. I kind of messed up my grip. It was a little bit too narrow. Gotta widen it a little bit. But it feels good. First set, 5 more to go. We have 3 more sets left. And bench press. After that, we have pull-ups. Feeling good. Starting to feel the fatigue. Gotta be careful at every rep, taking our time, not rushing it. We got 8 more hours. We're in there for the long run. It's gonna be a long day.
Oh. And we're done. We're gonna do some pull-ups. Back to the basics. No weight needed, just focusing on your entire body. We have 6 more sets on this one, so let's go. And we got bangers. I don't have to listen to music, I just listen to that gym music. It's incredible. Gotta love it. Okay, it's the last exercise, overhead press. It's been 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm feeling exhausted, but that's when it actually matters. You have to be extremely careful with the weight. And for this one, it's a weight I've only been mastered 2 weeks ago, so I gotta be extremely careful on how I perform it. Let's get into it. About to get tough for real now. 45. Woo. Listen, it's a weight I've mastered 2 weeks ago, and I'm struggling to get it. So I think it will be the toughest exercise. 135 in total. 6 sets, 7 reps. Let's go. Woo. It's difficult because the bar is different, so the grip is not the same. So I have to really find my grip. It was a little bit too wide right now. I got to narrow it down, and I think it will be good. So we have 3 more sets. It's the last exercise. It's been 3 hours. I'm feeling exhausted, but I think we got a lot in store. Remember, it's still the beginning of the challenge. We have a lot more to do. It's the last set of the strength training session. We're doing overhead press. I'm done. I don't have no energy left, but we gotta push through. So let's go. So we just finished the strength training. We're gonna move on to the cycling part of the challenge. We're not pretending here. Before it was the easy part, 3 hours. Now we're about to do the cycling and then running. Let's go. So we're going from strength training to endurance training. It's a different type of exercise, so the body needs to adapt. So we got to take our time. We have a long way ahead of us. Feels good. Feels good. Beautiful outside. having a good time, pushing ourselves to the limit and beyond. Legs are not tired yet. I'm able to pull through, getting hydrated so I don't cramp. We're on the right track so far. The hip is feeling good. Power in the legs is still there. Still have a lot of energy. I'm just worried about the running, but I think we're on the right track. Just gotta stay focused, stay hydrated, and we're good to go. On the bicycle, it's not about running. It's about going past what we thought was possible. You can't trust your brain. Your brain wants you comfortable. You gotta go beyond that. Don't listen to that shit. Just get out there, find out who you truly are. That's all it's all about. $19 kilometers. Almost there. Almost there. So one thing that happened during the preparation, my bike, the back tire was punctured 3 times in 1 week. So I wasn't sure if I could bring my bike here. So I had to fix it a couple times and now I have it proper, but I gotta make sure that I don't run into any glass, any big rock, because these type of bikes are very fragile. So it's not just about the cycling part, it's also being aware of don't go into holes and big rocks. A lot of power. It's raw. No bullshit. No layers of crap on top of it. It's just raw energy. Can't beat that. Raw action. Makes you wonder, why am I doing it? I don't wanna. Feels like you're about to die. But now your body has so much in store. And so many people are just not tapping into that potential. Unfulfilled potential for a reason. There's something beautiful about that pain. Something indescribable. Can't wait for it to be over. To have a good meal, be comfortable at home. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're getting after it. Days in and days out. Let's go. Eight more K. We're almost there. Feels good. We did a bit more than expected, but we can't complain. We eat miles for breakfast. We're almost done. So I just finished the cycling part of the challenge. It was tough. My legs were about to cramp, but I was surprised the amount of power I was able to pull through, like much faster than during training, which is good. We did a little detour, so it took us 2 hours to do 45 kilometers instead of 42 kilometers. Not gonna lie, I was struggling the last 5 kilometers, but it is what it is. Now it's time to change into running gear, and we're about to run for 4 hours. Let's get it. My body is exhausted right now. I don't feel like doing anything, but I gotta push through it. I'm not gonna lie, I have no juice left. My hip is hurting so much right now. I have to focus on the form. I feel slow, but I'm glad I'm able to run. Now it's just about fatigue management and energy levels. Just gotta stay focused. We'll get through this. It's funny, your brain tries to play a game and it's telling you, I wish it could be faster. I wish that pain could go away right here, right now. But the reality is that you have to stay in that pain. That's what the growth really is. The hip feels tight, but I'm able to still run on it. I just have to be extremely conscious of every step that I do. And energy levels are really low, but now it's about just getting in the zone and not giving up. It's that simple. It's the last stretch. Not gonna lie, my thoughts are everywhere, but at the same time it's very silent. So now I just have to push everything that I got, which is not much left, but we'll make it happen. Yeah, the brain is telling you shouldn't do that. It's not normal. That's not what normal people do. And listen, we're not supposed to be normal. We're all unique, we all have our own abilities. The key is to find what's yours and let it kill you. That's true passion, that's true purpose. So it's the end of the PowerHybrid challenge. It was tougher than I expected. We started at 6 a.m., finished at 7:30 p.m. I'm exhausted. I've been cramping every 5 minutes for the past 2 hours, but I'm glad it's finished. It's time to go home now, eat. I don't even know if I want to eat. My stomach is all over the place now, but I'm glad I did it. I think I will stop running after this one. But yeah, all I can say is you can't learn about yourself if you don't go through these challenges, if you don't push yourself on a daily basis. And that was a hell of a challenge. I'll see you next time.
So some of the takeaways about this challenge is sometimes you have limiting beliefs in your mind and that prevents you to do great things. And that my hip was one of them. And so that's why I had to really do the best with what I have. So my hip is bothering me, but that doesn't mean I cannot do anything. So I decided to do this challenge so I could push myself before I get to the surgery. So you have to You have to find a way to push yourself on a daily basis, and you can't let your own beliefs limit you from achieving your own greatness. So you need to realize that the clock is ticking, time is limited. What you can do now is not something that you can do in 5, 10 years from now, so you need to create some urgency in your life and get after what you want to achieve.